Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who: The Five Doctors, which was released back in 1983 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the show. Now, this story finds the Doctors being dragged out of their respective times and being sent to the Death Zone to play the games of Rassilon. And they also have to figure out who is trying to claim immortality. Now, this is a very fun story of Doctor Who. I always enjoy revisiting this one. I remember when I first watched this story when I was younger and being so disappointed that there isn't more Fourth Doctor in this one. They only reused a scene from the Unfinished Story at that time, Shada, and then they just say that the Fourth Doctor is just stuck. I was just so excited to have 5 Doctors in a story, and in reality, that was not the case. I also wish that there was a lot more interactions with the various incarnations. There was a few very good scenes. I really enjoyed the 1st and 5th Doctors when they first met in the TARDIS. That was great, and you definitely see the 1st Doctor being their normal self, and there was some really great dialogue between them and Tegan. I also will say Richard Herndon does a pretty decent job at the 1st Doctor. They're definitely making it their own and not just trying to replicate Hartnell. And I really enjoyed the scene at the end with the Doctors as they're in Rassilon's tomb. And of course, they're figuring out who really wanted the immortality. And I really enjoyed the Master getting punched by the Brigadier. That was great. Speaking of the Master, I really enjoyed them in this story. You know, they were basically used by the Time Lords to go to the Death Zone to help the Doctor. The Doctor doesn't trust them. Of course they don't. And I just really enjoyed how much that really just aggravates the Master. It's like, I'm trying to help you. No, they don't want it. Props to the story for all the effort they did to bring the Death Zone to life. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's very simple. It's a very simple set, just, you know, like a quarry, which is common with Doctor Who. But they fill it with a lot of things that celebrate Doctor Who, like the Cybermen and the A-Dalek. And there's, you know, the Rassilon robots. And I really like the kind of where the tomb of Rassilon is, and how it tries to trick the Doctor with various companions to try to stop them from going on, like Jamie, Zoe, and Liz Shaw. Yeah, this story was really just fun. That's what this is. It celebrates Doctor Who, I think, really well. And, you know, I do wish, of course, there was more interactions between the Doctors, but we all can kind of want that. And I do like seeing a little bit more of Gallifreyan society. And did anyone else want those little figures that they had in the story as they dragged them out of their own timelines? I was really excited when Eaglemoss because I was able to kind of recreate that a little bit. Let's move on to a look at my collection. Tonight, my main question is, what is a unique Doctor Who item that you have? And tonight, my unique item in my collection is this. You're probably wondering what this is. I sure did when I first found it at Gallifrey 1. What this is actually a phone card from BT. There were 15 Doctor Who ones back in the 90s to collect. It's definitely a very unique piece of Doctor Who merchandise, and not something I would have ever expected to have, but it's not the only thing I never expected to have, but that will be a future video. So what do you guys think of the 5 Doctors? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.